Welcome back, guys. Guess what? On my own again today. You know, I know I just posted that video recently where I had both of us in, but what have I got for you today? Nothing too major. Nice, easy job on this bloody freezing cold day. I don't like the winter. It's getting horrible. But anyway, as you see, nice BMW 1 Series. So this is all you youngsters out there. We know you love these cars. So if you want to know how to do rear disc and pads on this, I'm going to show you. So let's get into it. Oh, and if you haven't already, don't forget, hit that like, follow, share, subscribe, because I know this video is going to help you, especially if you ain't done it before. Some of you have done it before. Others, this is just entertainment purposes. And oh yeah, still 2,000 odd years out there. I do appreciate it. Just keep this channel growing. Let's carry on. Let's go. Right, so those are just some of the tools you're probably going to need. And one of those. And then one of those, and just a multiple set. Grab yourself some little bits like that, and you'll be alright. It's pretty much everything you need. And maybe a brake rewind tool if the caliper's a bit rubbish. But anyway, let's get this wheel off. Get it off, because they look a bit ropey, these discs do. Not a little bit, quite a bit. Anyway, let's go. Yeah, these here, just a 17mm these are. I already cracked that one loose off camera, forgot about that. There we go. Some people go, why don't you just stick the gun on this? I always crack them loose just to have a little feel of them, and you jack it up, and then someone's done it up stupidly tight in the past, and then you just end up having to do it anyway. But yeah, okay, let's go. She's on there good and tight. Oi. Sometimes a bit of brute force, that's what you need. Before some of yous cry, it ain't going to hurt it. Rubber boots ain't going to hurt metal, mate. You might have just seen that, but did you see how nasty them discs are? They don't look very good, do they? Look at this. Look at that, just chewed. See like the lip there? Just nasty. There's pretty much no pad left. Wonder what the back's going to look like. Probably not great though, eh? But anyway. First things first, while everything's kind of there, you've got action at the handbrake to get things moving. What you want to do is get that bad boy off there. You may need to loosen it up with a hammer a little bit. It's called shocking. It's tend to be what I do. All right, let's get her. Let's go. Okay, let's give her a few wallops. Got all that. So I put stuff under it. Try and keep the drive kind of clean, even though I've got a dustpan and brush, but that's okay. Right, let's see what we got here. Seems about it. Seems about right, doesn't it? Whee! That's good when it comes off. Check that out. Bad boy. Yummy. Oh, that was a lot easier than I thought. So 6mm, obviously Allen key, she comes off. That was nice. Bit easier than I thought it was going to come off then. Right, what we got? Shall we have a look? Let's have a look. So down the back here, you got a bolt here and a bolt down the bottom, just down there. Oh shit! Also, obviously, got to collapse the caliper. Easiest thing to do here. I'm just going to use a screwdriver if I can. If not, we'll do it the other way, but we'll do it the easy way today. Yeah, got plenty of good side. Just going to stick this in the outer pad, because it don't matter if we touch the disc on this, really. Just get a bit of movement. They're quite easy to move back, to be honest. It doesn't really matter if we damage the disc today, because it's having brand new ones. Screw is a bit too long. No, it's wiggling now anyway, so that's all right. Just pull it. Okay. What we'll do, we'll use a set of pliers with a brake pad on it. Now it's loose, see it's got a bit of wiggle. That's all you need, not a lot. And then we'll unbolt it. Straightforward, really, isn't it? use this. There we go. There we go. That was easy, wasn't it? You see what I did there? Put a 13mm spanner on it. Just give it a couple of little light taps with the spanner. Goes right around. It's quite straightforward and easy, that was. Ah, now that's moving. That's good, isn't it? Right, as the pins are spinning, what I do is just get a set of these, because there's a bit of a lip you can kind of lock them on, or you can get a 16 or a 17mm spanner, hold it in place so it stops the pins spinning, but not a big deal. But I'll put you down there, you'll see what I mean. Again, this is only for you new guys that have not done this before. Maybe some of you kids out there having a go at this. So if you stick this on here, you'll see the pin, see that moves? And you just won't ever get it loose. So this is just a little tip for you new guys. Anyone that's done this before, you all know. What I tend to do is just stick a set of grips on the edge there. See this lip here? Just stick a good set of grips on there. Or you can, like I said, you can get the correct size spanner for it. I just do that. Just hold it, because it don't need much pressure. And then take it off. Yeah? That's quite easy then, isn't it? Yeah, I'll show you. It literally needs very minor grip. Very, very minor grip. Now watch me set you up there. That's a nice little spot for you. So literally just a minor bit of grip. See like that? And then they come out. Look at that. Stops it spinning. Oh goodness. Get back up there, you sausage. So that keeps spinning, but as soon as I put the tiniest bit, I could probably hold that now actually, look. Yeah, I can just hold it now. Now you can't see what I'm doing, but I can do it with my hands now because it's so loose. See like there? There you have it. So that Loctite will keep that from spinning like it's supposed to do. And there you go, see there? All moves, nice and free. And just do that on the bottom now. And then that's it. I'll quickly pull that off and then we'll be well away, won't we guys? But it's literally very, very minimal. Oh baby, oh baby. There we go, there's your other one. Sweet. And then, just grab that, and she's off. That was pretty easy, wasn't it? Let's set that up here a sec. 1 second. And all you do, just rest the caliper there, just literally drop it on top, sitting there. It's a bit of a bend on it there, but it ain't going to hurt it any. It'll be alright. Do you know what I mean? It'll be fine. And then, get your pads. Well, I said get your pads, but there you go. That's it. Let's see the edges of them there where it's been wearing weirdly. See how it's lower it is there. Same with it there. It's like the disc is actually dug into the pad there. So if we went and put new pads onto this, you know it's going to make some weird funky donkey noises if we don't do the discs. See what the back one's like. If it gets a bit stuck, you can just stick a screwy in it. Do that. Oh yeah, I don't know, but so that looks like that may have been grinding there, metal on metal. See there how low that's gone? Yeah, it looks like that's actually been, the disc has been cutting into that pad there, just at the top there. So yeah, that's what you do them when they look like this. I mean, don't get me wrong, you could probably get away with doing that, but it ain't good practice, guys. It's really not. It makes for a awful job. Awful job. Don't do that. Just don't do that. Best thing to do, right? Okay, let's carry on. What else have we got to take off? So we're going to need to take the shoes off, which is, see these bolts here? I don't know if you can see that very well. There's one here and there's one here. You know, if you can get that in the camera. Sorry if my camera's jumping around a little bit, it's trying to center itself. So you've got one there and one there. Take them off. I think they're look like they're 18s or something like that, but quickly pop them off and then we'll be well away, won't we? I was lying to you, the 16s. So what I am going to do, I'm going to use my handy dandy hammer again because it's just, there's more space for it. Just to crack them loose because it's just easier. But mind your hands if you're doing it this way. Not saying you should do it this way, but to be honest with you, there's not much room in here. Okay, stops against there. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. A little tip tap with your hammer on the end of your spanner. Not so bad. That's both of them loose now. Well, almost anyway. We can get our little ratchet on it then. And if you've got an issue with the pins in your way, just literally pull them out. Just pull your pins out if they get in your bloody way. Oh no. I should have got my electric ratchet out really, but here we are. There you go. There you go. There's your carrier. Right, don't forget, be careful with these in case you have to reuse them. In the UK, a lot of the times you don't get given new shims, which is really annoying. You don't get a lot of new hardware. I know in the States, I think most brake pad boxes and stuff like that, the hardware is a bit easier to get hold of. Over here, and people can say, you can get it pretty easily. You can, but when you're mobile, there's a lot of running around sometimes. It's not like you can get, well, you can't get it easily. You can go to BM, get it from BM. Obviously, that adds more money onto it. People don't want to pay it because this guy's asked us to do as cheap as possible. Well, not cheap as possible, but you know, reasonable. Because he didn't expect to. He was just expecting to do the pads at the end of the day. But the discs were just they're too far gone to do. So you try and do it for your best. But you get the non-genuine ones in these kits you buy. That's if they list them. They never fit right, and then you've got problems with your pads and stuff like that. So sometimes you do. Unfortunately, you have to clean these up. So, you know, unless you're going to Beamer, and it's hit or miss whether the BMW will get them for you, because this car's now 14 years old. Once cars getting over 10, 15 years old around that age, it does get hard to find these little knickknacks like this, so just be gentle with them, okay? Right, now we're going to pull the disc off. So, we've already done doing the screw, so it should just come off, right? So this is for you new guys again. It's for you new guys again. You're wondering why your disc won't come off, ain't you? Let me show you what, okay? Let me show you. I'll have a go at it, and then I'll show you what's going on. Ready? Ready? It's not coming off. I can beat it with a hammer. Nothing's happening. Oh, what's going on? It's because inside of here, there is brake shoes. And that's what does your handbrake, guys, right? So all you new guys, you got to be able to unwind those handbrakes. The handbrake shoes, because that's what's holding it. Right, so I'm going to show you how to do that now. So you're going to need to have it out of gear, the wheels chopped, and the handbrake off. All right, if you don't have that on, all of them things, you're screwed. So stick about, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about, okay? And my wheel's already chopped, so didn't need to do that. That's helpful, isn't it? Now, I should be able to move the wheels. See that? There we go. So through one of these holes here, that's where you'll be unwinding it. And before you even attempt this job, get yourself a thinner flathead, because if you've got one like that, ideal. If you've got one like that, not ideal, because they don't work as well. So like, as much as it won't even fit, you see there? Get the right kind of screwdriver. It needs to fit through one of the bolt holes, all right? Okay, let me get this set up, and I'll be right back with you. Right, so I'm pretty much set up now. So what you need to do is, you see, where is it? Just in here, so it's about, what would that be? Almost 1 o'clock, the bolt hole. Can be any of them, doesn't really matter. About 1 o'clock position, there's a little cog, right? You get your screwdriver, get it in here, and wind it like that. Just flick your screwdriver up, or down, whichever way it's got to go. And let the handbrake all the way off. This is the slack adjuster. It's probably gone too tight now. You know if you've gone the wrong way. I know. It don't seem like I've gone the wrong way at all, because it's still moving. You know if you've gone the wrong way, because it'll go really tight, and then you won't be able to move the wheel, basically. So as you can see there, and I'll show you this in a minute anyway. It should be moving. Right, now we'll give it a blast. Okay, still don't want to come, do you? Holy cow, that is seized. Some of this here. There we go, there we go. But it's stuck on the rust. Look at the state of that. Look at that, guys. Look at that, yummy. Just ruined. Knackered. But this is what I'm talking about in here. You see this here? That's your slack adjuster there. So let me just show you this. I think I've shown you BMW brakes on this channel before, but it's been a while. So you get it in here, and when you're tightening them up, you'll lift it up. So that's the way you'll flick your screwdriver up to tighten it. On this one, I was going down. See here? That closes it there. That's how it closes it. This spring at the bottom there, so that spring is what stops that from moving all the time. But there you have it. That's how you get your rear, obviously your rear discs and all that apart. So if you are struggling and this was the part, it definitely deserves a subscribe, like, share, comment. If it helped you, drop us a thanks. Do you know what? I'm here for you guys. I'm always here for you. If you look in the comments as well, I do try to respond to as many as I can. So don't be afraid. I'm here for you guys. Right, now, let's get all this cleaned up. And then we'll get on to the next bit, because I'm going to clean the shoes up a bit as well. We're going to brake clean them down a bit, make them look a little bit smarter, get some rags under it, and we'll clear it up. Put all the new stuff on, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's around, all that good stuff. Much love, love you guys. Let's go. What was that, you ask me? That's brake cleaner, brake and clutch cleaner. While you're in there, get all the brake dust out of there, because all that over time ends up messing with stuff. Obviously, you just want it clean. Get it all clean, get all the brake dust out of there. And they see, well, the reason I put that rag under there is that brake dust just looks terrible on a driveway. The last thing you want is to mess up your driveway, a customer's driveway. It's never bloody good, is it? No. But anyway, look, see there? I don't know if you've seen before. It just gets all that brake dust out of there. No, it's not a perfect job. For a couple of seconds, a bit of brake cleaner, well worth it. Don't know if you will be able to tell much here, but look, you see in here, kind of shines a little bit. Obviously you want that as clean as possible. You see in there, don't know, again, let me try and see if this light will help. Maybe the light will help you see it. I don't know what it's seeing now. Don't know if that helps or not. I don't know if this is going to come up blurry, but in there, that's the clean side. Sometimes you've got to use a little foil sometimes, but that's what you want. So just get everything cleaned up as best you can, because the last thing you want is to put everything back together. The same with these shims as well, because I don't have new shims, I know I don't. Get them shims, clean them up as well. Get all the dirt off here as much as you can, because the last thing you want is any brake dust in there. That's not needed. All right, I'm going to carry on cleaning this now. Obviously, it's a bit rough, but you see the difference? Just a little bit of cleaning. That can decide whether the pads get stuck in a month's time after doing this, and then you just end up having to come back and rectify something instead of taking an extra 10, I don't know, 15 minutes cleaning it up, making it nice and perfect. So those brake pads, they move. They've got to have a bit of movement. They can't just sit in there all stiff, or you're just wasting your time. Right, I'm going to get these clean, and I'll be right back with you when we're sticking the new parts on, all right? Right, so basically, that's how you want your pad carriers to be looking after the fact. See how nice and clean that is? So that's how you want your pad carriers to be looking afterwards. All nice and clean. You don't, well, some people don't bother doing the carrier, but I just like to get a lot of the dust off, because where's it going to go? It's just going to end up back into the pads and all over the place again. So yeah, looks nice, spiffy, clean, happy days. All right, let's grease up the pins, put the disc on. We're pretty much thereabouts. Also, what I do end up doing as well is I get my rag, I shove it inside the actual hole where the slider is, just get some of the old crap out of there. Bit of brake fluid, see that? Just like that. Just gets it, any crap that builds up in there, because sometimes some idiots will put copper grease in there, which ends up is, in my opinion, is counterproductive and ends up causing more issues than it's worth. But you just do that. You just literally get a rag, shove a thin screwdriver in it, clean all the crap out of there. And there, you see that? Just little bits of tap. Again, takes a couple of seconds, but nice and tidy in there now. Yeah. And then what I do, obviously, get our old pin, take it off the boot, if it wants to come off the boot, and see all the old grease, get it off, give it a rub, and apply fresh grease to it. Even though that had, to be honest, that had quite a bit of grease on there. It would have, in a sense, been alright, but you're here, just refresh it. And you're going to ask me, what grease do you use? Well, what grease I do use is I use this stuff. People are going to be like, that's cheap grease. Yeah, but it works really well. It's just some white grease. It's actually designed for, if you read it, caliper slider grease. Get it from anywhere. Napa. Well, this one is, I got this from Napa, I think. You can get it from like places like MBC, all over the place basically. Right, so there we go. Get some grease on it. Yummy. And just give it a little bit of a moving around. Some people will say might be too much, might not be, but it'll be fine. It will chuck it out the top, so don't worry. And you just shove it back in. Nice fresh grease now. And then all you do, just wipe it off. Any excess, just wipe it off. No problem. Easy, yeah? Right, there you go. Best way to clean your pads. Grease them all up. And now we'll build it all back together. Right, let's carry on. Right, so what you do, make sure your disc is the right one. Before you go pulling it out of packages, making it all dirty, because some of you out there, you're probably going to have forgot the brake cleaner, ain't you? I've always got it, always got loads of it. But just get it while it's in the packet. Make sure the edges are the same, which this one's fine. And also flip it this side. Just make sure obviously the bolts line up. That's a similar kind of diameter, which it is, I can feel it. It's only got to be roughly, but you know, we get parts wrong all the time. It happens so bloody often. Part suppliers get it because there's not, sometimes it can be like 12, 13, 14 different sizes listed for these things. I had a starter motor the other day, 12 different varieties on a Vauxhall Corsa. Ridiculous. So yeah, and as you can imagine, it was the wrong starter they supplied me, so I had to go back with the original one, take it with us, and obviously check it against it after I give them the part number, which it was correct, because once I got the old one out, the part number was correct. So you can't, you know, there's no, it does happen. And then the other last thing, just check the depth of it, because obviously where the shoes fit in. So I just stick them literally side by side like that and see if they touch, which they don't. They do touch, which is what you want. You know that it's not rocking, not rolling, and we're good. Now, other thing now, once we get this out of the bag, we're going to see there's oil on this. Oil. So you should have brake cleaner. Clean that oil off as well. And I'm going to stick my old disc into the bag. There's my new rag. So, on here, again, same thing. Just get a load of brake cleaner on it. And give it a good rub down with a new rag. Clean rag. Right, there you go. Just gets most of that oil off. Same inside here. Get it all off in there. Just a nice clean brake surface. And you probably, look at that now. Could eat your dinner off that now, couldn't you? So, I'm not going to spray the front yet. I want to wait till it's all strapped up, and then I'll spray the front. So, let's get it on. There we go. Get our retaining screw back in. And some people are going to say, you don't need these retaining screws. You're absolutely correct. But guess what? It's way better to have these retaining screws than not have them. That's all I'm saying. How did my bloody tool go that I had to take that off with earlier? There it is. So some people will say, you don't need the retaining screw. The retaining screw is just for assembly. But how much easier is that with having the assembly screw in there? It's a lot better, guys. I promise you. Now imagine you take your wheel off, you get a flat tyre, and then the disc starts moving around all over the place when you're trying to put your wheel back on. Don't throw those screws away. Don't be one of those fools where you throw them away. If you have to drill them off and it's a problem, then yeah, it's a problem. It's not going to hurt anything, just bolting the wheel up to it. But on a convenience matter, love them. Absolutely love them. See, look, like this. Watch, ready? I'm just going to tighten it back up now. Just tighten it up. And then, just seats in the... So now, I want to put my wheel on. Guess what? So what would happen if you don't have this retaining screw? You get a flat tyre, take your wheel off. You've got to put your wheel on. That disc will move around the hub. But with that in place, guess what? I can get my bolts and just go through the wheel and go, oh, look, it goes in, guys. Oh, check that out. And then you're not having to either have someone, that's if you've got someone with you when you get a flat tyre as well. Having someone on there like, press the brakes, I've got it. Yeah, just put them back in if you can, yeah? Best, and you know what, just best. Don't need to do them stupidly tight either though, guys, so don't go ramping them up with a bloody gun or any of that nonsense. No need. Just nib them up, little tug, they're good. Right, let's clean this one up and get moving, because we're taking ages here. Recording, I hope you guys appreciate it. It does take a while to record these videos, you know. I ain't gonna lie to you, it takes a good while. And as you've seen earlier, guys, I cleaned all this hub surface up as well, because you don't want to have that, because that is no good if you've got a dirty one. Just get everything nice. You don't need to necessarily clean that face, to be honest, but we're going to do it anyway, just for the sake of it. This is just storage like oil to stop them from rusting while they're in storage when they've got them on a shelf somewhere. That's all this is. But now we've got all the oil off it, especially off the main braking surface. We don't really care about that, to be honest, because that'll be fine. It's not going to hurt any. It's going to be stuck behind the wheel, isn't it? But look at that retaining screw doing its job. Look at that beauty. There we go. What I like to do now is I actually like to adjust the handbrake now, so I've got no drag from the shoes and I can feel it. I prefer it this way. Some people want it with the pads on. I'm going to adjust the handbrake now, which I'm just going to click it off. I'm going to show you how to do that, so stay tuned. I'm going to bring you a little closer for this. So come on. Ready? So what I do, I'll show you exactly what I do. Some of you will agree, some of you won't agree. Let me find it first. So what I tend to do is I lock these until the wheel won't move anymore, basically. Not at all, until the disc won't move. And then just back it off 2 or 3, just so you can hear a bit of drag. So you just keep going until this locks off. There you go, that seems like that got tight. Hang on, let me put you there. So now it moves ever so slightly. I'm going to go a tad bit more. So solid, yeah? Now what I normally do is I knock it off 2. 1, 2. You hear that slight bit of drag? Perfect. And that's how you adjust it. So I only went back 2. Sometimes you might go back 3 clicks, but I tend to do 2, and then it's normally the perfect. And yeah, you just want that slight little bit of drag you can hear. And there you go. So now, let's just get this wrapped up now. We'll get our pads in, carrier on, all that good stuff. And we'll finish this up. So let's do that. And if you're wondering what the torque was on those, 65 Newton meters. The bottom one had to do with an extension. And with your pads, there we go. All you got to do is get them like this. Just slip them in. So you see that? That's what you want. See that movement there? Plenty. Just like that. Put your pads in like that. Job's a good one. Okay? Straight up. Same with the back. See if we can get you in here. So you see here, see his movement? Perfect. So that's the difference between cleaning your brake pads and not cleaning your brake pads sometimes, to where you go to push them in and they just won't fit. Make sure you get them in there. Clean all of that up, because that's what you want. Look, just how perfect is that? Beautiful. Right, now we'll collapse our caliper and we'll get out of here, all right? Some of you are going to wonder why I just did that, didn't I? Just opened up obviously the reservoir. That's just how I like to do them. There's other people's way. They say open the bleeder, all that stuff. But you know what? I don't bother with that. Never had an issue doing it this way. Open the reservoir cap, so at least when you push the caliper back, there's room for the fluid to go back into the bottle, and it's not pressurised against the cap. The last thing you want is flipping any seals or causing any damage to your ABS pump. And yeah, or you can open the bleeder, but just be prepared. It may be a rusty pile of crap. And we live in a wet country. They get rusty, they break. I'm not bleeding the brakes today. It's not what I'm doing. I'm not being paid for that. So this is how I'm doing it, right? Complain, don't complain, it's cool. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to rewind these, because I can't be asked to get my brake rewind kit out. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to get an old pad, rest it against the piston, and I'm just going to use my big grips and we're going to close it. If you'll be able to see this very well or not, but we'll see. Or I might end up getting my things here in a minute. There we go. Again, I don't know if you can see that or not. There we have it. I'll just close it up just a little bit more. There we go. That's the piston collapsed. Sweet. That's pretty easy, wasn't it? And you see here, piston's all the way back, looking nice and tidy. Job's a good one. If you want to clean that caliper up, you can do. But all you do then, obviously, should just slip straight over, just like that, and put your bolts back in. Voila. Easy, yeah? No problem. Easy, guys. No bad, not bad. So there you go. That's how you do your brake job professionally. Clean it. Cleaning is probably, in all honesty, I'd say cleaning it is probably the most important part of this. Cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. If you don't clean it, you're a fool. Just clean everything up, okay? Right, I'm going to stick all this back in. Yeah, all right. Your bolts, stick them back in. There we have it, guys. That's that. Complete. Not so bad, is it? So, another little thing what I'll do now, because obviously the brake pedal is, the brake pad's going to be, the piston is going to be a bit pushed out. I'll pump the pedal now, just on this side, so it lowers that level, so I don't get a spillage. Watch. Nice. And there we have it. So, that was nice, wasn't it? Okay. Don't forget, when you do this, don't forget, screw your cap back on, yeah? Be foolish if you didn't, because you're going to get a load of moisture in there a lot easier than it already is. Don't forget, get the corrosion out of your wheel too. Always best. Same with these. Be careful using guns if you're not used to them. I always start these bolts by hand every single time. Some of you might, some of you might not, but I tend to do it because it's just a lot bloody safer. So there you go, guys. That's the BMW done. That wasn't so bad, was it? So there you go. Rear disc and pads for you. If that helped you, don't forget, hit that subscribe, like, share, comment. It's all appreciated, guys. And yeah, I'll give this a test run, pack all my kit up. I would show you the other side, but I can't be arsed. The only difference with the other side is there might be a brake wear lead. Just follow it to the box, unplug it, swap it over with a fresh one every time, because I've got a brand new one. Don't forget to do that, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. So this is the only difference I was telling you about on the other side. See here, got a brake wear lead, see there? Follow it up. Someone's cable tied it here, so bracket's broke. Just literally follow it up. Someone's cable tied it there. And I believe it goes somewhere up behind here. See where that goes? That's where it's going. Pull that back there. There'll be a little bit, a little box to take the 10mm off there. You should be able to pull it back and get to the little box where that goes to, because that's for the ABS and the brake wear lead. The ABS is on its own plug, obviously its own sensor, just like that. Replace that every single time, because when you take them off, 9 times out of 10 they bloody break anyway.